Oh, hello everybody. Hope everyone is doing well. Having a great evening. We are still in search in this old Doom of what I call the Holy Grail, a $10 million plus property. And so, of course, I think back to our good friend Black Tower from the Master Levels, which I think was like 6 or 7 million, some crazy number. Well, we have another interestingly named property today, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Temple of Darkness. And I am very curious to see, can it reach the stratospheric heights of Black Tower from a financial and excitement standpoint? We are starting here in a sea of red. Again, with that same teleporter aesthetic that we are used to. Speaking of aesthetics, I'm glad that this is not just straight up a freaking symmetrical layout. We've had a bunch of those recently. So it looks like we're going to try to find our way through the... that's a better shot there. Through all of this. Here's some steps leading up to the perimeter of this, you know, proverbial lake of fire, I guess. Oh, there's an interesting path that way. Labyrinth-like in nature. So right now I'm not seeing a whole lot from a building standpoint. This is mainly, I guess, maybe more of an open area, kind of, you got to figure out what you're going to do with it. It does have a very specific style, where it's like, okay, we're going to have these like little teleporter looking things that have items on them, and you know, the main area just kind of has this perimeter, this shelf, if you will, around it. We should probably just grab everything off of it because there's quite a bit of items, and it looks like most of them, or at least a good chunk of them, are going to be on this thing. There's also a switch there, which we did bypass. Let's go this way real quick before we commit to that. I don't want to hit that switch just yet. You know, mystery switches I'm always a little leery of because, you know, especially if they activate something that's only going to activate or trigger once. I want to be super careful. There's our welcoming committee, the official mascot, just like Jeffrey from Toys R Us is the revenant of the Plutonia Experiment. We see him everywhere. Let's go back to our shotgun. This looks like an interesting little... I don't know, lake house, pool house, if you will, maybe. Let's see if it opens for us. I'm going to guess that switch that we located earlier does that. And maybe it would have been more efficient in that case to just hit the switch when we had a chance. But guess what? We do things our own way here. And sometimes that's the slow route. And now we'll move to the north, where I'm confident this will be open. Not in the way I expected. I expected the front of it to be open, not the sides, but we'll get some more greeting. What's going to be up here? Candles? A lot of candles. And... oh, okay. We're going to do a quick save before we go into what I call the Void. Palace, or Temple of Darkness. Not Palace of Darkness. Temple of Darkness. Palace of Darkness is in A Link to the Past, and that is something else that we do here on this channel. Rarely, but we do play it. I'm talking, of course, about Link to the Past randomizer, and we're going to be seeing more of that. So, you know, if you have been frustrated by the maybe inconsistent output, don't worry. I know that sometimes people probably, no one has ever outright asked me this, but I'm sure, like, if you are following, this is probably why I'm not getting a lot of subscribers. If you follow people on YouTube, they usually have a pretty consistent posting schedule. I've kind of messed around with mine over the year, or not over the years. It's only been doing this really for a few months, but over the months that we've been doing this little experiment, I've been kind of messing with, you know, my YouTube schedule and how I do it. And I've got to a point now where I try to do 3 videos a day if I can, but there is some randomization that happens behind the scenes as far as what I'm going to do and when. And I would love to know Where do we need to go here? This is literally teleporting. This is the same location that we're in. It's just teleporting me back and forth. And I know there's something there. Like, I know that there is something behind this wall. Just based on, there's like a different texture there. So, okay, that makes sense. I was like, do we need to start going in here and opening up some stuff? That's what it looks like. That opened up quite a bit of stuff here on the sides. And access to the teleporter from the other side, which is how we actually need to jump onto it. Very interesting choice. That could be our exit, right? We can't access it. It's in an elevated position. We wouldn't want to right now. Anyway, there's still plenty to do, including finding our secret, of course, and killing half of the enemies are still left. So we're not done yet. Let's go ahead and take out the Arachnotrons, and we'll look here, see if there's anything unusual in the map. Obviously, we need a blue key that we don't have. There's a couple places we could go. It looks like there's an elevator this way. I heard something else move. Not sure what, but down we go. And then we're going to go down here, I think. Soul Sphere, very nice. Or Megasphere, rather. And we do have a rad suit, which tells me that there is probably a way back up somewhere. It's like, or otherwise it's teasing us. Oh, that opens something up. Okay. More friends. All of that, and we still, in my mind, have not really made any meaningful progression in this part of the area. However, we also have not checked down here, where we have, wow, what a view. Incredible view of a another fire lake. This really is a lake of fire here. With steps that go down if you don't want to swim through it, which, again, I would not advise ever swimming through this anyway. And we will check that out shortly. I would like to go over there. Let's see. There doesn't appear to be any items in there. I think we want to go in here. This looks like a hidden area. Okay, that just leads us back up to the top. I guess if you miss the jump there, it's like a way to get back up without completely dying. This takes us around to the perimeter area. Very cool. And there's our yellow key and kind of almost like a boat-looking thing. It looks like we're getting a platform raised up. And we're being greeted by lots of imps, and I'm starting to get a little bit concerned that we have not seen an archvile yet. Because, of course, that has been a staple of the Plutonia Experiment in virtually every level. I think even in the first level. So kind of wondering where those are. Also wondering, hey, how the hell do we get up there? I see there's a couple plasma cells. Would love to have those also. Blue key and yellow key have been acquired. We know that there is a blue switch here. Let's press the blue switch. What actually opens into a area here. And that's going to open what? What does that open for us? What is that? Oh, it lowered the switches a little bit. Not what I would expect. Oh, look at that. And just appearing out of nowhere. That is certainly a trick. The more surprising thing was that the archvile wasn't behind it. And we have a couple switches here. We're going to do something or other. We don't know what. And we have our sniper windows. We've seen these before. Making sure there's no others. I think we're okay there. Let's see if this can go back up. Surely this has lowered some other areas as well. How do we get back up there, buddy? How are we getting back up there? There is something there, right? Oh my, hello. That's new. Still can't get to the exit. Do we necessarily need to? Probably not. Now there is... Ah, that's the exit. Okay. The red switch raised a platform for us. We thank it for that. But it looks like there's more to be done in the realm of grabbing items. And a secret that we have missed. So, first and foremost, if I can kind of figure this out where we are, I would expect that there's going to be some secrets in here. Or, well, we're looking for one. And, oh, well, no, that's not a secret. That's just where I was before. Okay. Let's go back this, let's go back this way. How do we get up to these things is a question, because there's obviously, these are up here, and I almost wonder if this is one of those situations where, okay, no, it was just that easy. And there's a switch there that we hit, which is raising or lowering something. Might have just raised these steps here, honestly, which is not... Oh, hang on. There's our secret. And we have multiples of items there, so that's why. That's pretty cool. Okay, so that not too bad, not too bad. The Temple of Darkness. I think I expected a little bit more out of this, to be honest with you, but I will say I very much appreciate that it wasn't just a bunch of symmetrical interconnected rooms. Okay, I think we can all appreciate that. So hats off to the devs there. I guess we'll see you next time. We've got a few levels left in the Plutonia Experiment. Like I previously said, we have no signs of slowing down after that. So stay subscribed or get subscribed. Either way, we all win.